Hi, welcome to my podcast, The Happy Hacker with Ambition. Today is, I'm not sure what today is. Oh, it must be Thursday. Because I remember Laura worked last night, which is Wednesday. So she's on her Wednesday, Thursday next week, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, I think. Could be wrong, you know me, get it all wrong. Are you coming out, Blueberry? You're going to stay in the car? She's looking at me saying, actually, Mum, I'm going to stay in the car. Is that what you're going to do, darling? Yeah, well, it is raining again, but it's not cold like it was. So I'm just going to open a window so she gets some fresh air. All for the fresh air, me. The good news is that I caught... Oh, all the horses are suddenly not looking at me, but looking over somewhere else. I'm late as usual, but lovely Laura has put them out for me, even though she was running late. We've got Indy out without a coat on at the moment, Pixie out without a coat on. They don't need it. They're not getting fed. Oh, that's not good. Bridle just fallen into Pixie's 2 treats I've got for her. So noticed that they were getting a little bit, that Indy especially suddenly looked... You have that thing where you go, is that fluff or is that fat? And she's very good at maintaining her weight. And I saw her 3 years ago, 2018, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, 3 years ago today. I had been stupid enough to start really feeding her, even though she was never used to it. And in that time, she double-barreled me. Cut my wrist. Oh, you've got a nasty cut in that foot. Cut in the hoof, that is. Cut my wrist and managed to break a couple of ribs as well. I was not happy. So she looked at me like, yeah, whatever. So what I'm going to do here is just let her come in here. Come here. If you don't come, you won't get fed. Simple as that. What they are is these naff treats. So come here. Let me grumpy pony, because it's not nice. Grumpy ponies aren't nice ponies. It's naff treats, and they break up really easily into several little treats. So wait. So what I'm doing is just going to wait, let her in, and then give Pixie hers there. So they've actually only got 2 treats, but they break into 3s. Right, she's eaten it. So she's not happy. Wait there. Wait. Oh, you've got a... Have you eaten it? Have you eaten it all up? Yeah, of course I have. Silly woman. But what I do need to do is do her feet and do Pixie's feet. So I've got her in the little pen at the moment. And I'm just going to look for my lead rope. God knows where that's gone. Come here, Grumpy. Grumps, come here. She knows who I'm talking to. Oh, just eat that, Ben. Come here. Come here, because you can't go out. Right, put that back on, and then I can wipe your eyes. She don't pull me by my ears, Mother. Well, don't walk away. I know. She gets really miffed if I don't wipe her eyes. And yet, when I wipe her eyes, she gets miffed. It's a bit like, you know, as a kid, your mum's brushing your face. So I'm just trying to find my lead rope, which... Oh... Well, the girls have been in and somebody's pooed on the... Looking for a lead rope, Indy. Friggin' how has it gone? I don't know where it's gone. I hang it up in a certain place and it's probably got knocked over somewhere, but I need it because I can't do her feet. Well, I can, and I have done in the past without... Stay there, sweetie, I'm trying to find it. Ah, found it. It's been wrapped around something. Who's a good girl? Right. Good girl. She's looking at me going, I don't understand it. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mum? Well, actually, what I might do, I might do all of this. And, come here. Let's have some manners and let's behave. Good girl. So I'm just going to pick her feet up. Oh, they're full of mud. And I'm really... Not bad, though. I'm just going to spray them. Put down. Just got to get me a little spray. I'm on a new can of spray. It's got an... Oh, shit, what's that, Mum? Come back, because... Come on. She's just reacted to Blueberry. Come on. Good girl. It's the dog woman. Blueberry's having a little go. Morning! Don't talk to me, you bitch. I said that out loud, didn't I? Oops, on my podcast. Oops. She thinks she is forgiven for all the trouble she's caused. But we won't go into that because that's just not the right thing to do. How do you get poo there? Stay there, little one. Actually, I can say there's a little bit of fizzing, but not much so. And she doesn't seem that bothered by it. Do you, darling? Then I've got to get Pixie and do Pixie's feet. I know you don't like dog women, do you? Nobody likes dog women. Right, come on. So they've eaten. It's just they're not. Go on, away, sweetheart. Go on, move along. Go on. She actually got less than you. If there could be anybody that could get less than you. Yeah, as I said, 3 years ago, yeah, there was a quick visit to A&E. Those are the days, eh, Chucks? But it did take me a while. I did ride. Stand still. Oh, Pixie, look at your feet. I only did this. Quite neurotic about feet around here, we are. Good girl. That's one. It's a long way down to Pixie. Pick it up, babes. Oh. I just make sure that she's doing all right. We don't want anybody to get any thrush or anything in their feet. I have to report that they don't actually. They're not bad. Right, come on, darling. Let's let you out. All the feet done. Come on. They both popped in to see which ones who had more grass. More food than the other one. Nobody had any food. Pixie had one treat broken up into 3, and Indy had 2 treats broken up into 3. And they don't need anything else, because I have to tell you, it could just be fluff, but I doubt it. So I have quite a lot of catching up to do. Michael's been fairly poorly, and that's put me behind with all my stable duties. And I have got, I'm going to put this up here so I know where it is. I have got a little bit lax over what I was doing, so I need to get on. I've literally just been mucking out, tidying up around the top of the yard. It's a year ago today since I had my lovely stable block. It seems like I've had it forever. I've been so lucky, but it's only a year. It's gorgeous. So we're nearly going to have to see where we are with the guttering, because it's going to be difficult. I originally thought it was really easy, just to put on it was going to cost, because it needed a long tube of metal all the way along it for it to be attached to, and obviously steel has gone up dramatically in price, and I just thought, crikey, that's how am I going to do that? You know, and that's all I thought it was going to be. So I thought it was going to be a bit more expensive, but it would, you know, it's so worth it, because it will take, it's quite soggy where the water comes straight off the roof. Although this year I did put the mats down before we got too much rain, but we've already had so much rain. It's ridiculous how much rain. We're in the dry east. Now they've come in, that's all I can say. Is I'm glad to see they have actually come in. Finally, Econtia. Looking at the, sad, isn't it, when you know, all horse lovers will know this, so they know which pony is their pony's poo. Anyway, so yeah, they've come in and somebody's pooed on the hay. I'm actually thinking I don't really need to cover it. I was covering it to stop them eating it, but Laura has in her stables got more hay down and no cover on it. In some of the stables we've worked out that actually they just need enough to come in, sit down. They're not actually sitting down, they lay down more in the field than they actually do in the stables. So I was thinking that I would put a little bit of, I haven't put any bedding in the shelter this year. I'm wondering if that may be the reason why he hasn't come in, but I think a lot of it is because Tia's just not letting her in. So what I've done, I brought the hay in into 2 buckets, and it must have rained a lot yesterday and they've come in. So I'm now thinking that I'll move it. I've got the hay in one corner, and I think I'm going to stack up a lot more hay and then put the cover over the top of it, which will just cover the top. And I don't think they will eat the rest of it. I've got the saddle thing, which I did put underneath the eaves last year, and I may do that again this year, because it does seem a bit stupid to put it so the girls can't actually get in, and it is covered, and I haven't actually got anything. It's got my grooming kit on it, and it's where I put my saddles, and I generally hook that over the door when I come down so that I can put the saddles on there. It's not raining at the moment. It started to rain, then it stopped, which is good news. Pixie has got a little bit by the side that she can get into the hedgerow, which was originally the bit that Eek and Tia, especially Eek, was going in. But because they've got the shelter they can get in, they don't really need to get into that bit. So I really want to encourage them into the shelter at the moment, which will stop everywhere at the top getting muddy, and they're not actually doing it. So I'm just picking up everything. I'm going to pick up all the poo in here. It is, I have to tell you, anybody who's thinking about getting a horse, it is all about poo picking. We were talking about it the other day, Laura and I, and she was talking to somebody on Facebook, and she said she lost one of her horses, had to be put down, and she said, do you know what, I've kind of lost. She had a young competition horse, and she just thought she wasn't going to go out anymore. She decided, so she sold everything, and people had said on the Facebook post, gosh, don't you miss it, because it is such it's routine. It's kind of a drug. You get up, you feed the horses, you muck out, and she said no, because